Hi, everyone. It's Kara Lovehart here. I'm the owner and operator of Firefly Hollow Wellness Center. And if you haven't met me before, welcome. Hello. Thank you for tuning in. I am very excited to start a weekly series for supporting you on your holistic wellness journey. And just to share a little bit about me and my background, in case you've never met before. So I've been running Firefly Hollow Wellness Center. We're in Central York, Pennsylvania, so South Central York, for the last 11 years. And if you know anything about me, you'll find that I am pretty much obsessed with working with holistic modalities, things that are science-based and things that are even less than science-based. So mind, body, and spirit. I am a psychic medium and I am a body worker. I'm a licensed massage therapist. I practice energy medicine modalities such as color puncture, which is acupuncture without needles. And I also work with education through not just licensed massage therapists for supporting trauma-informed care and massage, but also for educating individuals on, as energy practitioners, how to retain ethical scope of practice and standards, especially when it comes to psychic readers or some of these unlicensed professionals that we are, out there exploring the world, sharing our gifts, but hoping that we can maintain some professionalism and level of integrity in this field. The reason I am really passionate about this is because I feel that we have so much potential with learning and growing through our own wellness journey at this time. There's so many tools and resources, much more that are available now than there were 11 years ago. I've been kind of out of the public eye in a way. My one colleague said it's kind of like, she's like, you're kind of like Madonna when she went off and between her albums where she disappeared and then she came back out. And I was like, okay, well, I don't think I'm Madonna, but okay. I've been working behind the scenes. So if you have met me, you've gotten a service with me or a reading or a massage therapy, or if you've seen me talk, thank you so much. I'd love to say hi in the comments, say hi, hello. But I also want to just support that. Now I'm back. I'm here to support you guys in accessing resources because I'm not always the right practitioner for everyone. There are many practitioners around the world that we connect with through our podcast that we do, some really amazing professionals and speakers through our Holistic Expo locally here in South Central Pennsylvania. And I want to shine light on all of us. We have such a potential to tap into these resources. And again, where you're at is different on the journey. You might be focusing on your physical health and nutrition or diet, exercise, movement, or more of your mental wellness. So maybe seeing a holistic psychotherapist or getting some somatic-based therapies that are working with the body and releasing trauma. Or you could be working with massage or energy medicine or breath work, yoga. There's so many tools that are out there, and I want to provide resources on a weekly basis based on what you're needing. Because one of my things is I have a wealth of knowledge, and I always say I'm like a Jill of all trades, master of none, where I have a lot of access to resources, and networking and providing quality connections for people is like what lights me up. So we have a group that we have started that we actually was a brainchild of ours in the South Central PA area for about 3 or 4 years. And it is officially started. So if you are on Facebook, you can actually come and join us. It's called Holistic Connections. It's Conscious Living in Central PA. And we have this group one specifically for a reason, because the foundation of the values that we and the other businesses that are involved, we share common values. We may not share the similar philosophies in the way we run our businesses or organization, but our values are the same. Our core missions are helping the world, educating people, and providing a bridge for health and wellness, whether it's mental wellness, physical wellness, access to food, connecting with the land. And these particular organizations are partnered with us. We are partnered together. We aren't just on a Facebook group or a page where we're just posting all of our events and not interacting with each other. Have you ever been a part of a group where you're kind of finding what to do this weekend and you see so many people posting their events, all these businesses and probably fabulous organizations, but there's not any conversation happening. There's no connection. There's no supporting each other, like really anchoring in, digging the roots deep and really supporting each other consistently. So we are working with the companies that we really love and that are, again, aligned in our mission. And we say that we may not be aligned in our potential philosophies because some of them are more nonprofit organizations that maybe the organization doesn't particularly condone or support maybe some alternative therapies like tarot or astrology, some of the services that Firefly Hollow offers, only because those are particularly sometimes outside the wheelhouse for certain people to either philosophical or spiritual belief systems. And that can be something that we want to make sure that everyone's aware of, that we are here to combine our our forces together to provide education and resources. Not to say that, oh my gosh, this organization is saying that this is the best person in the world, particularly because it can get a little bit strange when people have particular solid, what's the word? We'll use it, contrasting beliefs. And if you guys ran through the pandemic, right? We have lived in a particular culture that's polarized. So whatever it comes up, anything political or religious or gender or equality, or there's so much in things in our world that creates polarization and disconnection. So with this particular Holistic Connections Facebook group, we are not sharing any of our political views, religious views. This is a group where we're just providing you access to events that are happening in the area with businesses that support each other, meaning we are there to provide and say these are vetted professionals that we know have quality services. And we may not believe in maybe our personal religious belief doesn't agree with astrology or tarot or even mediumship, but we know what they're doing as far as massage therapy, nutrition is amazing. And I kind of say that I have to go into that because as a reflecting point, being an owner of a business, one of the things I wanted to make sure that I have at Firefly is as much diversity as possible. Diversity in age, diversity in background, diversity in where we've come from, and diversity in our religious and spiritual beliefs. So at Firefly Hollow, we have a whole gamut of different belief systems, and we're all working together with this mindset of people, wellness, and helping them access resources and services where they're at in their journey. Because maybe someone doesn't want to go on a diet and that's not right for them. And, there's no such thing as like the right way to be healthy, right? The right way, because our idea of healthy is so different. When I was 260 pounds, healthy to me was eating at Subway. And that was a step in a healthier direction for me at that time. Now I'm someone that's like, I want to eat fresh from the farm, from a regenerative agriculture farm, like the Horn Farm, one of our collaborators. So it is something that we want to provide people that awareness because we come from this culture. And if you're living in South Central PA, did you know that we're the snack food capital of the world? Look it up, Google. Snack food capital of the world, York, Pennsylvania. We are. And maybe some unconscious shame around where we should be on our wellness journey. And I have to just completely take that out of the equation because my journey and what brought me to continue to be so passionate about living a healthy lifestyle and holistic natural lifestyle is supporting where I came from and all the people that we work with at Firefly Hollow. So along the journey, we've had a lot of different twists and turns. So again, we talk about wellness can be science-based. It can be more into spiritual-based, like meditation or your own personal spiritual walk of journey, like through Reiki, or maybe getting some sort of hands-on healing, like healing touch, any of the spiritual-based services that again seems very much fringe for a lot of particular science-based people. I am a lover of both. I just got off an amazing podcast that I just recorded that'll come out for our season 3, and I'll share about that in a second, with a neuroscientist it was just the most amazing episode because there's so much of my nerd self that wants to go and be like, this is totally valid. And we have this awareness that we can expand through education of some of these tools. And specifically also giving ourselves the awareness through education, how to discern and make decisions for ourselves. One of the other things that you may learn about me over time, if you tap into any of the podcast episodes I've done and education, is how passionate I am about validating and creating safe spaces within the holistic world of professionals. Again, with unlicensed professionals such as Reiki practitioners, I am one. It is an unlicensed profession, such as psychic reading. Some of these things we can have bad experiences, and some people who are just having the best intentions and unfortunately may not have either their background, their experience with harm reduction and being trauma informed. And there's no judgment about that. It's just a matter of learning. Whenever you're first new at anything, at a new job, you make mistakes and you may not have the understanding of how something you could do unintentionally could cause harm. And the reason why I'm passionate about it is over the last 11 years, I've experienced how powerful holistic healing modalities, not just science-based like functional medicine and blood panel analysis, but even some of these more existential spiritual experiences we can have by getting a reading with an intuitive professional. Again, the word professional, someone who has this credibility, this experience, and understanding how to follow their scope of practice, not diagnose, not try to hook you and say, come back to me, I'll tell you the lottery winning numbers. again, I say these things because I've had and seen a lot of poor quality. Not only because we run a holistic expo, we get a lot of particular practitioners that apply as psychic readers that want to be at our show, and I of course screen them and vet them. And I've experienced ones that I go, love to them. They don't know this is not appropriate. It's not a preference at our show. We want to do no harm for people. So this comes from a place of my discernment over 11 years of working with people, and how do I help not just people in our general community to access really quality resources, but also help other people to learn discernment with what's best for them. And even professionals can improve their own professional work from a business perspective. So why I'm kind of going live here is this is the first live I'll be doing on a weekly basis. I want to, of course, tap into you guys. Tell me what type of holistic wellness tools you are using or you have tried. So, and you could say you're just starting out. This could be something such as mindset shifts, affirmations. You could be doing some sort of breath work or movement, diet changes. You could be seeing a counselor for the first time. You could be getting acupuncture sessions. You could be working with art therapy or sound therapy or anything that relates to expression and self-awareness tools like journal prompts. So there's a lot of different things you could be using or you could have tried. So I'd love to hear what tools you're using right now, because we're going to open up this for conversation every week. And share what you feel stuck on in your wellness journey. If you don't feel confident sharing publicly in the comments, you're welcome to share and send Firefly Hollow a private message. And we won't share your name, but we want to keep these conversational based in these lives. So awesome. Hi, I'm saying hello to everyone in the chat here. So yoga, meditation, and big mindset shifts. Thank you. Yeah, I love that. So there is so many things we can really focus on. And that's why I want to know where you guys are at. And then where do you feel stuck? Where do you feel stuck? What is something that continually stops you from moving forward? It could be something that you feel you don't have enough resources, time, money, because sometimes we have a perception that eating well or better is expensive. And so for me, coming from being a single mother, I having to eat gluten-free and having to change my diet for some particular health reasons, I had to learn how to do so. So those are things that we can share. We want to, of course, get the feedback from you. You could feel stuck in relationships. You could feel stuck when it comes to setting goals and keeping them. Maybe you sabotage. You set a goal or an intention to change or to do something different, maybe get more active or move, or maybe provide yourself with some more friend time. Or maybe you feel stuck that you don't know who to connect with. You are looking for a tribe because you could have maybe shifted your lifestyle, and then new people are coming in and old people are falling away. And that's a huge milestone. And it happens to so many people that decide to change their life. And I condone you if you're doing that, because it takes a lot of courage to decide, hey, I want to love myself a little bit better, and loving myself looks like this right now. And it may mean that you're moving away from particular actions and behaviors that are associated with people and groups and maybe even family and people that were your group. And from a perspective of understanding how our brain works, and when it comes to feeling safe in the world, we are animals, even if we want to pretend we're not. And we feel safe in tribe, in group. We're mammals. We need to be close to people. And we have a lot of deficit in that. And we have an epidemic of loneliness in our country. So I feel that a common thing I am hearing, maybe to validate you if you are listening to this live or the replay, that a lot of people are missing that connection piece and they don't know where to go, and they are feeling lonely. And that fuels a lot of stuff with depression and anxiety and all that stuff. So it's hard to, yes, continue to eat better and maybe have movement, but you're doing it on your own and you don't have any connections with people. So share with us where you're feeling stuck on your wellness journey. What is the big challenge for you? Life-changing events is a huge one. So I'm seeing that in the chat. And I want to just say that is kind of what's rocking the boat for so many. Isn't it interesting, since we had our huge pandemic event as a global society, that it seems like the norm for people, and you can confirm or deny this if you feel it's in your life, is big shifts. And it's happening with this insecurity, this instability in our culture, with shifts in the economy, jobs, Illness, people do die. We are moving, maybe. We are changing ourselves. So we're no longer resonating with a particular group. So there's so much change happening. And that to our nervous system can be very uprooting. It continues to perpetuate anxiety and stress. And that's why it's even more important to lean into a group that is accepting and loving and not toxic, not a group that's going to tell you what you need to do or what you don't need to do. I'm not saying to ever to abandon your family or anything like that, but important to know that you have resources, even if it's just a counselor or something to support you through your journey and these big life transitions. I'm a huge mental health advocate, so you will hear me talk a lot about different tools and awareness about education, how we do so, and what we at Firefly Hollow refer people to for different parts of their journey. So, what type of wellness resources are you looking for? I'm going to go back here in the chat. Yes, the loneliness epidemic is hitting hard for me too. Also, my lifestyle makes me feel stuck when it comes to developing routines and sticking to them. And I think that's really important when we have these little shifts, even if you have someone in your life that you're caretaking for. It could be a child or a partner, or there might be some dynamics that are going on where someone is relying on you a little bit more, or maybe you own a business and you have a lot of that going on, or you are working with your own health conditions. You might have something like that that does maybe change or shift. Like it could be ADHD. Some people I know talk to have that, or you have particular like issues like autoimmune conditions where your energy levels are up or down. And so that is really hard to consistently keep routines when you have that stuff going on. So this is, again, these are things, keep chatting, keep commenting, even in the recording here, if you're watching the recording and not live, because I want to start breaking this down and just giving you guys resources. Because again, I'm a Jill of all trades. I'm not an expert. I'm an expert on specific areas, but not this, but I am really well-versed in networking and bringing people to the resources that I'm almost like the holistic matchmaker, like what might work for you, and helping you explore and giving you the options. So my next question is here: what type of wellness resources are you looking for? You may not even know what that is. You may not know what wellness resources are available. And that's why I'm here. That's why I'm back. Again, the reason why I was in hermit mode or hibernation mode is, like most businesses over COVID, some of them shut down. There was the great resignation as nurses and teachers, and everyone was retiring. Massage therapists were too. And since a lot of our work at Firefly Hollow Wellness Center has massage therapy, we had different roles shifting, different leadership, administrative roles that if you ever run a business and you have people at wherever you work, you have managers that make things happen and they enforce the rules and they keep things running smoothly. We lost 4 people that actually moved on within a matter of 4 months. So that's what I ended up doing. I'm pretty much learned through trial by fire as an entrepreneur. And this is what I'm here to also help individuals who run holistic businesses to maximize your time, your energy, especially if you're energy sensitive or identify yourself as a highly sensitive person, and maximize your efficiency. And this can apply just to your personal life too. If you have kids and you have soccer schedules, and how can you maintain health during that time? I was talking to someone at Apple Hill, one of the practitioners that works there, about I think she said she has 6 children and she's looking to, go healthier. And it's really hard because they all have after school activities, soccer. That is a full-time job after your full-time job. And what do you look for, resource wise, to help your family live healthier? And how do you stick to routine when they have all these moving parts? So running this Firefly Hollow Wellness Center with 4 admin positions that I was in the driver's seat for, which is why you didn't see me for a while, that really helped me understand and learn through amazing mentors and practitioners as well. How can we maximize our efficiency in our lifestyle through meal prep, through accessing tools that can organize our schedules, and of course, making sure that we don't burn out. And that's a whole thing. So that's another topic. So let me know what resources you are looking for. I am going to share here, just kind of wrap it up. And in the next couple of weeks, again, every week on Wednesday, we will go live and chat. And you can always watch the recordings here. I'm going to share what resources that we have in the area currently. So the first one is the Holistic Connections Facebook group. And we have started this group with other businesses that are collaborative partners. Now, if you're not a collaborative partner and you're a business and you're not in that group, don't take offense to it. Don't take it personally. We have this thing at Firefly Hollow. It's called The 4 Agreements. It's a wonderful book by Don Miguel Ruiz. And it is, don't take things personally. Don't make assumptions. Always do your best and be impeccable with your word. I swear that's why we have no joke. And if any Firefly Hollow practitioners are on here or commenting later, you can vouch that we don't have drama. We have like an amazing work family and work team because we do our best to do our own personal development, to not take things personally. And from a perspective of there's a amazing all you can eat buffet of holistic services, not just in our area, but in the world. And so we are choosing to our highest value is connection and community, to lean into that as the Holistic Connections Facebook group, so that people that are really supportive of us and have had a history of we collaborate, we go to events together, we donate to some of these nonprofits and they support us. We are the healthcare providers for one of them, and it's important because community connection and trust through consistent interaction versus you see someone for a couple months, they show up, maybe they think there's an opportunity there, and then they peace out. Have you ever had that? If you are like meeting new people, maybe you go out and then people aren't there. And I think that is missing in our culture. That's why we have an epidemic of loneliness. And that's what we chose specifically, to be discerning with who we choose, that we know that they're quality providers, and we have the same value of mission, the mission and values of non-competition, of supporting each other like a family, and creating this beautiful resource of education, opportunities to learn skills, and have services or products that we access. And so the first one of those is the Safe and Sweet Keto Bakery. You're going to be checking out in the next couple of weeks. I'll be interviewing everybody. We've interviewed Laura already from Safe and Sweet. She's, of course, here down in Queen Street. This is an amazing resource for those of you who are trying to go sugar-free. And we'll dive into this, right? The other partner with us is Leg Up Farmers Market. So this is not a farmers market outside. We're going to be interviewing Dan, the manager of Leg Up, one of my good friends and colleagues, in a couple of weeks. And I just want everyone to know, until we get there, it is not an outside market where it's under, might be outside, you might get rained on. It's actually a wonderful health food store that supports a lot of local farmers and gets produce directly from them and local businesses, such as the Safe and Sweet Keto Bakery, because you can find their items there. And for me, when they're closed on Sundays and I have a hankering for her Buckeyes, which are amazing, by the way, I'll go to Leg Up and I'll get them for myself. So Leg Up Farmers Market is another one of our partners. Also, the Horn Farm Center. So coming up here in the fall, you will see we're partnering with Explore York. It is the local tourism for York County, and we are supporting this eco-friendly ecotourism, which is the Wild and Uncommon Weekend, which we'll share more in the group coming up. So it's kind of a fun event with some local businesses, including Leg Up, including the Horn Farm, including the Sweet Botanist. So we'll share more about that. That is amazing plant-based caterer in the area that we've worked with. So they are awesome, and we are friends with them. And then also New Visions Books and Gifts. So this is more of the spiritual aspect of health. Opportunities to check out all the resources there, and they are our partner. And that leads us to the resource. If you're new, or if you followed Firefly Hollow or any of these businesses and you didn't know about the annual Holistic Expo, we're telling you now, it's coming up in August. This event has happened for 22 years at the York Expo Fairgrounds. It was previously run and managed by New Visions Books and Gifts, and myself and my partner, Matt. We actually helped them for about 8 years before Bob turned 70 and one of the owners and retired and said, I don't want to do it anymore. So we are so grateful. We've been working with this expo for 3 years. We have over 100 vendors now, and we have a big group that comes through. It's 2 days, and it's coming up in August. We only have about 15 booths left. So if you are looking for a resource as an entrepreneur, you can go to the newvisionsholisticexpo.com, learn more, but mark your calendars. We'll be sharing more about that event as well, and the resources that are available there. Again, this is where my networking lights come up, my little firefly lights, and Firefly Hollow. Let's talk about this. Fireflies light up, and when one firefly lights up, another one lights up. And did you know that you only can find fireflies in this northeastern area? Well, the eastern area of the United States mostly. I'm pretty sure that when we are lighting up and educating through networking, just like the expo, I get to bring all my favorite friends in, including Sam Smelter of the HR Art Center. I love the 1881 Salt Sanctuary. We have Tom and Katie Hurt, who are good friends. So there's a plethora of amazing practitioners in the area that we support in that arena. So that is coming up. And then the other resource that I want to share that is absolutely free is again, please pop in the comments if you have any other podcasts that you're listening to that you love. I have a couple of podcasts I'm really, really all about. And specifically, this podcast is the one that I do. It's Mind Body Detox Podcast. We're in our 3rd season, and I'm really excited to launch this 3rd season soon. So we have a couple more episodes that have not been recorded yet of that episode of that podcast. So if you have topics that you're like, hey, can you talk about this? And we haven't already talked about it, you can also comment there. Because again, this is where I want to access you, because I was told by one of my business coaches, you're a Jill of all trades, but you have so much to talk about, you don't know where to start. So you need your community to tell you, what do you guys need? What resources? Who can I connect you with? Who can I educate you about? Or pull in an amazing world-renowned leader on the podcast that's not even local, that can talk to us about a particular topic. So Mind Body Detox Podcast. And that's free, of course. You can find it on Apple, Spotify. And then another resource that I want to share is the Conscious and Curious Explorers Club. At the beginning of the business at Firefly Hollow, we ran a club called Conscious Connections. And it was my way to, as a busy entrepreneur, go and still do things that were fun and connect with my community. Because when you are busy and you have a small child and you run a business and you're a mom and you run a household, you don't have much time. So socializing was a piece I knew that this anchored tribe and connection to community is so paramount and important to not just healing, but also creating balance. So we had this group that met and it was wonderful. We would go bowling and go do things like festivals and connect with like-minded people that we wanted to cheer each other on to support our wellness journey. Now I got too busy to run it. And about a year and a half ago, after COVID, I kept thinking, we need community. We have so many amazing places opening little businesses. And now I'm starting to see, 11 years of me having this heart of being a networker and wanting people to connect. And, oh, you should get together. You should get together. In the heart of this transition between this competition mindset that's still out there, where people were afraid to connect. They're afraid to collaborate. They're not sure how to run a business in a way that they can be collaborative, yet have some strict business boundaries that make sense for success for all involved, yet still create this connection and camaraderie of knowing where each other, where we start and where we end and how we can support each other. So that connections group was, of course, my passion. And then after getting too busy, I wasn't able to do it anymore. And so now we have it back with Tisha Toller. She is an amazing podcaster and a local person that moved here and wanted to find friends. And she was one of my good buddies. And she said, hey, I want to meet every single week at Firefly. And then I want to go and do different things around York County. And so if you have a business that has something fun happening, also comment and share with us. If you have an event coming up, again, we would love to know, because our Conscious and Curious Explorer Club will actually potentially kick their group there. They meet every Tuesday. It's just by donation to support Tisha's efforts, but we donate our space to her, and that's a consistent meetup point at Firefly. And they do, like, once a month, they do crafting things, they do games, they do some sort of movement or hiking. And it's a really cool group that you can connect with other people that are really looking to support each other through the holistic wellness journey, wherever you're at. And then you can look up, when you get there, you can get a calendar of other things that they're doing in the area. So all the things she's choosing are like $35 or less, or absolutely free. So that's a really great space for you to tap into some community. And then we have our online space. So if you're not local to York, or if you can't make it to Firefly Hollow and you're someone that wants some access to really cool things, again, community, networking, people, togetherness. This is what makes my heart beat. And I love that we have an online space. About 2 years ago now, Firefly Hollow created an online Mighty Networks. So it's through the platform called Mighty Networks, just like Facebook's a platform. Mighty Networks is also a platform. And it is kind of like Facebook, except for it's only Firefly Hollow stuff. So our little space on there has live streams with our astrologer, Pat. She does a once a month live astrology predictions. She's been doing astrology for 55 years. So she's not a new kid on the block at all. She does a monthly live tarot pool. And if you're in there live, she can pull cards for you. We have Jamie, a medical astrologer who does intuition nutrition lives weekly. Our nutritional therapy practitioner, Tanya, she does live streams for wellness stuff. So Wellness Wednesdays, she just talked about monk fruit. She talks about different ways you can support your blood sugar. And then we have Wellness with Mimi. So she's one of our massage therapists. She does some self-care series. So different things you can take care of your body, stretches, yoga moves. And then we have Mindfulness with Matt on Mondays. So there's a lot of different aspects to that platform. It is free. You can check it out for free, but it's $5 a month. And if you join it, it's basically our collaboration with Firefly Hollow and New Visions books together. And we actually have the Friday night forums that are happening twice a month, one online and one in person at Firefly Hollow. I'm sorry, at New Visions. And you're able to access all the stuff. So if you are a member of the online space, book club, live streams, and all the video archives, it's a pretty cool space. I'll be talking more about that because it's something that we're really proud of. And again, we're very proud of holding this collaborative space in that online spot where people are really dedicated to uplifting their journey. Like they're here for the information, but if you get in there and you see the chats and the connection, or people who just don't want to chat, they just want to watch the videos and the content and the astrology predictions and that kind of stuff. People are really there to better their lives. And if you need support, they do say you are like the 5 people you surround yourself with. So it's really good to continue to perpetuate movement in the direction you want to be, by surrounding yourself with like minds and supportive mindsets versus like negativity or people who are cynical about what you're doing or skeptical. If you have that kind of force in your life, if you are on your wellness journey, it's okay because you can't get rid of some of these people. If it's your friends or family that are going to still be like, what are you doing this weird acupuncture for? Does that really work? Or whatever. You can have a support system with people that you feel safe talking to them about it, and you don't have to share it publicly on Facebook if it doesn't feel right. If you have people that just they don't get what you're doing, and that's okay. And when I launched this episode for season 3 for Mind Body Detox podcasts with Dr. Alja Poldergic, we are talking, as she's a neuroscientist, we talk about subconscious reprogramming, and specifically how that is something that our whole entire conscious collective unit as a globe, we have a lot of programs and beliefs, and sometimes it's all based around fear. So when you are shifting your journey to wellness, some people are maybe fearful that you're changing, or that maybe you will fall away from them, or maybe you won't like them anymore. There's stuff that happens. And so if you surround yourself by like-minded people, it can be very supportive for your journey. And then last but not least, so next week, we're going to talk about some specific tips for locating quality service products and professionals, so providers. Ask me any questions, again, in the meantime, in this comment chat feed, or send it private message to Firefly Hollow Wellness Center. I can keep your name completely anonymous if you want, but it's important to get some questions so I know where to go. We can definitely go off some of the comments today, but I want to know what you guys need. What resources, what do you need as far as your journey, where are you stuck? And then we'll talk about next week some tips for getting quality providers, because sometimes the big leap for people is saying there is an all-you-can-eat buffet of practitioners. How can I select ones that are ethical? They're following their scope of practice. I don't know much about what type of training to look for. We'll share information about that. And no matter where you live, just some tips so you can find practitioners that are going to support you along your way. So other than that, guys, thank you guys for joining, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye. See you next week.